So this is it. This is where it all started. Here's your first cover in the comic book industry. This is Warhammer Forge of War, #5, published in 2007 by Boom Studio. How did this come about?
I mean, as a studio, we actually work on a lot of Warhammer covers. I just want to take one because I've never done any Warhammer stuff. So I wanted to try out, like see how I can do. I mean, how I fare when it comes to those like battle scenes and stuff, which is not usually what I like to do.
Now you go from Boom Studios to Radical Comics. What is the difference, publisher to publisher? What was it? What was it like working with Radical
Mm.
Comics?
It was a very challenging relationship. But I think the challenge came when they expect the cover quality in every single page inside.
Which would take forever, I would imagine. And then so DC gives you a call, and you're probably like, "Yeah." So, well, how did that happen?
One of the editors in Radical also know some editors in DC Comics.
Now you see, it's all about networking, and that's what I keep saying to everybody. No, I'm just kidding, I don't. But so you here, we're looking at the web #1. I look at this, I say, "Wow, if I did that, it'd be incredible." You look at it, and from something that I read on Facebook, you say you look at it, you like it when you see it first, and then you think it looks like shit.
Okay, that means there's a bit of extreme. But when I look at it, like maybe a few weeks later, I may start to spot some areas that I think I can improve on it.
You get tired of working on the same character over and over because now you're 10 issues into working on the web.
No, I think okay, yes, I believe that I got a little tired, drawing the same character over and over again.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You're like, hey, maybe we've got to kill this guy off already. What do you guys say? Okay, so do you get paid more for more popular characters?
Regardless of whatever book I'm working on, I always get that same flat rate.
No, no kidding. Even for something like Birds of Prey, where there's 5 characters to draw.
For Birds of Prey, every single cover I have to squeeze 5 characters inside. And you look at the
Yeah.
Birds of Prey 10, the Birds of Prey 10 has how many characters? Oh my god, one,
Like
two, three.
15.
I almost like I need to draw a lot more characters to earn the same amount of money. I was like, oh no.
Really? Batgirl. Okay, so are you excited about moving up in the chain of DC superheroes?
I mean, I don't know the characters very well, but I know that she can
Right.
fight. She can sort of like glide around the city like Batman. So I just imagine her that way, but a younger, cuter, and probably a bit more sexier character.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sexier than Batman, right?
definitely. Yeah.
All
Some
right.
some may disagree, but yeah.
Yeah, the Mighty Crusaders. Now they got you back drawing the web again, and you're probably thinking, "Oh God, I thought we were done with the web."
Yeah, I
Right?
did think of it that way.
How long does it take you to complete, on average, a comic cover?
Yeah, usually a day. When I say a day, means about 8 to 10 hours. Yeah,
Um. Oh wow.
yeah.
Look, you know how long that would take me? Forever. So now they say, "Hey, okay, Archer, you're stepping up to the big leagues. This is all we're giving you, Batman. Now you must be, okay."
Firstly, I know Batman, um, more than any
Personally,
other. Well, no, not yet.
can you
Um,
introduce me?
I mean, now look at this cover; it looks quite bad. I mean,
You feel this one does?
I
What don't you like about the Batman covers?
no, I mean just generally, I think my rendering, the poses, and overall composition can be better.
So when you look at this, you feel very self-critical.
I do, especially when at conventions, when people bring over these books for me to sign, I was like, okay, it feels a bit cringy. Yeah.
Oh, all right. So when they give it to you to sign, do you just take it away and then you give them something else?
I was just sign on
No.
it because they like it, but I would say that deep down inside, I was thinking, next time we have a chance to work on this again, I'm going to make them more KS.
How about the Flash cover?
I think this flash cover is one of the cover I'm really proud of.
Now, is this your first cover with Marvel?
First official Marvel cover that I did. Yeah.
So I would imagine that there's a guy at Marvel that's like, get me Artgerm after he's seen all your, your
Oh,
great
one,
cover.
one, one of the editors I used to work with back then in DC, he has moved to Marvel side.
Okay, then you're on to renew your vows, and this point of view sort of look it's very effective.
Well, of course, this piece is very much inspired by him. But the photographer who travel around the world with his girlfriend, and they always have this shot. So I took the idea, and this is the way for me to draw Spider-Man without drawing Spider-Man.
Yeah, right, exactly. Because then you don't have to draw all the webs. With any characters, do you ever feel a sort of like an intimate feeling for?
Would not use the word intimate, but I would say that if those characters I actually know about, especially when it was part of my childhood, I do have more emotional investment.
Now, here's the magic of Artgerm. You have Weapon X mashed up with MJ, and you get a sexy Weapon X MJ.
Of course, I'll make a sexy MJ. What else will I do with MJ? Of course, I'll make her sexy, but
Right.
sexy and badass at the same time because nobody has ever seen a badass MJ yet.
Are artists and writers treated the same?
Honestly, I can't speak for the writers because I do not involve in that part of the business. Again, as I mentioned with you in private, that many of them actually earn money selling their original artworks from the series. So the original art is actually one of the more important income for them.
Who pays better, DC or Marvel?
Because I'm
According
new
to you.
to I'm new to Marvel relative to DC, so I get paid lesser on the Marvel side than from the DC side.
Now, what you've done with Supergirl has been, it had to be huge for you.
I'm really grateful to have such response from my fans. The first Supergirl cover, number 12, it was at first as a proposal to the editor. It's a piece of work that I draw just to show him that I can pull it off. It was not meant to be Supergirl 12. It was just meant to be a sample art for him. And I think he liked it enough so that when he get the first opening for the cover gate of Supergirl, he immediately asked me and put this particular artwork on the number 12. Yeah.
When I first saw the cover to Supergirl 16, it was such an effect. It was like it knocked me back. I'm like, whoa. And I have not had that sort of experience with a comic book cover that I can remember. I mean, really. And I'm not even that into blondes either, but you really nailed it. This look right here is a very vintage. You went very vintage, and each one has their own sort of feel to it.
Mine is a B cover. So for cover A, it always captured the storyline, the heroic part of her, the fighting part of her. And for my B covers, I take care of the more human side, more down to earth side of Supergirl. In that sense, why don't I do something different? Why don't I homage some of the classic Supergirl covers and bring back some vintage love to the modern days? So that's exactly what I do. So I actually selected three different costume design in three different era of Supergirl, and this is the first.
Looking at the difference between what 7, 8 years, you could see the growth in your
Of
art,
course,
and it should be
I do see that. I mean, I evaluate my art on a regular basis.
so incredible. I mean, this is all just sort of a showcase of what you were of
Yeah, and just something for fun. I mean, I just want to create a series that's fun for me to play with.
Well, speaking of fun, I want to say thank you. I had a lot of fun talking to you today. And I want to say thank you for bringing your skill to comic books and elevating the visual element of something that we love. So I think I speak on behalf of all the fans when I say thank you very much for your time and for sharing your gift with us.
No problem.
Okay, everybody, that was Stanley Artgerm Lau. Super nice guy. What you're looking at now is a quick fix that he did on my logo. You could see the influence of Mr. Lau on my image. It's like crazy. What? Stanley Artgerm is doing, now he's doing my logo. Holy cow. So, anyway, you could see a bunch of his covers on Key Collector Comics, the free mobile app that you can get on Apple or Google Play. And thanks for listening today.